Well, look about, look about, look about, look about. Ooh wee.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Was it recording?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay.
That's it. We're done.
That's it. Yeah.
That's how it happens.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Stand Comedy Club podcast.
Never do that.
Yeah, we do every time.
I always do it as a joke, and then it
It's
sounds
always in
really
there.
It's
professional.
weird you can't actually hear yourself. This just feels
I
redundant.
know.
It does. Should we not use them?
I think when we did buy enough headphones, everyone could have a set, but it just didn't feel like necessary.
Yeah.
As long as you hold this at your face, you're fine.
Welcome to the pod, Christopher Rutter.
Hello, good
Nah,
afternoon.
it's
Yeah,
just
Christ
Sunday
Rutter.
name.
Yeah. No, you call me
Christ
what you want.
Rutter.
I like when people call me Chris Rutter.
You like
Really?
being a
Like
full
what
name
their full
guy?
name?
Yeah, it's like, you know, those footballers that only get called by
Yeah,
two names,
Yeah.
like Matty Cash.
Did that ever happen to you at
Don't know.
school? Or were you just Chris?
Yeah, I actually I do remember being. There's context to this, but I was caught on porn at school.
Wait,
Performing
as
or
in-
watching?
Good question.
New comment.
I mean, I was 14, so
The question still
Oh.
stands.
The question stands, Christopher.
I was just watching.
Watching porn at school is mad.
Yeah, that
One
is
time,
crazy.
me and my friend Stephen Ross, who I was friends with at school,
Double name?
Stephen Ross.
Yeah.
He was a double name as well. We went to his phone number was 9421412. It was he doesn't live there anymore. Phone doesn't exist anymore. But it was a corner of the phone, which I always was like. Anyway, but his mum was a teacher, and we went to the school on it was like an Easter break or something, and she was looking after us, and we googled boobies, and we got in a lot of trouble.
What did you Google?
Boobies.
Oh, that's okay.
But I think we maybe were like big boobies or something. I think it was more to it. I think there was more to it than that.
Yeah, I mean,
but she
that's
found
just-
out, and we
yeah.
were in so much trouble.
Did
so
you
what were
like
you looking
what
at?
you saw?
I pretended to. I love the boobies. They're so goodies.
Still admire them and not be attracted to them.
So true.
That's true. Like a nice work of art.
Yeah.
Platonic.
Platonic.
Fraser did say that I was fit today.
I think I
In a nice. That was like it wasn't in a
I mean,
creepy
in
way.
a
that
nice,
was
a nice way. I think you can, as a homosexual, you can appreciate an attractive
Homosexual.
lady.
Yeah.
Like you are.
Vice versa as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, sorry, I totally interrupted
So
your
you
story.
were watching porn as a child.
Yeah.
But
That's
at
the
school,
headline.
like not to age you, but like, were you watching it on a computer or on a phone? Surely not on a phone.
No, the phone capabilities weren't.
Yeah,
we
that's
were
what I
back in
would've
the
thought.
just snake days then.
Yeah.
Different snakes. And
Hot snakes,
so what
though.
happened was I was in
You
French.
brought in your portable DVD player.
Yeah, it was very deliberate. No, I was in the computer lab.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, so the special computer room, and we were in French, and we were asked to create a poster, like a film poster, in French.
And the language of love overtook you.
Well, that would have been a good explanation.
Oh, I see.
No, it was the last film you've been to see at the cinema. You create a French
Sure.
film.
Yeah.
And the last film I've been to see at that point in time was starring Vin Diesel. Triple X.
Triple X. Sure.
So I'm in Google.
I see what you've done here. This is. I see how you've concocted
It's a
this story.
It's a great
I
loophole.
see what you've done here.
Yeah. So I'm in there typing in XXX photos because I'm trying to get a picture of. I'm trying to get a picture of Vin Diesel, and I'm like,
Of course.
and I was just like smut left, right, and centre. And a bunch of thoughts.
I love this.
What would you have been like if you were in that situation?
I would have said boy oi oi oi.
Did you get caught? Did you
Yeah,
get caught
my
as it was happening or after the fact?
Well, if you let me continue.
because what I'd have done was I'd have then quickly Googled AAA, BBB, CCC, DDD, and I'd done the whole
Cover your
alphabet.
tracks.
And you'd be like, well, I was
Yeah.
just Googling the alphabet.
Doogling.
Well,
This was pre-Google. This was back in the day.
Doodling.
This was when it was
you-
Ask Jeeves and that dog Lycos. It was a different time.
oh, so the Russian.
Like
No, that's Leica.
Oh, there's different dogs.
But
for different-
I might have got that wrong.
needs.
Though. There definitely used to be a search engine that was a little like black Labrador, and I think it was called Lycos.
do not remember that.
No.
No idea.
Old.
So I
I
think
am
we. So did you see the pictures and thought when in Rome?
When in Paris.
What do you mean?
Did
Like,
you
well, I may as well.
No,
You
so
know.
basically, you might be familiar with peer pressure, and
Yeah.
a lot of the guys around me were like, "Well, they can." My name's stamped to this, so they're taking advantage of the situation.
Right.
And it was at the early days of cybersecurity. So like I don't know what you call it. Firewall. Yeah, that wasn't. So some of it was getting through.
Yeah.
And they were like, click on that one, and then before I know it, like the pop-ups, it's gone crazy,
no.
and we ended up on CaptainCumshot.com.
Captain.
Yeah. Aye, Captain. And an alarm must have gone off somewhere.
Yeah,
The
fair.
head teacher's office is like,
Because the door burst open and it was an IT support worker and he was livid. I think because he'd realised that the firewall protocol
Was not as good as they hoped it was.
Yeah.
So he was trying to throw me under the bus.
oh God.
And
Keel haul you.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's pirate chat, isn't it?
what does that mean?
And I thought I was trying to go with the
Did you say
the nautical
oh, right.
the nautical theme of Captain
what did you
Cumshot.
say, sorry?
Keel haul. It's what they would do is
Oh.
they would throw you overboard and drag you behind the keel
You
of
know,
the
it's
boat.
not pirates and dogs and
I
stuff.
honestly
I know a lot of
I honestly
nonsense.
thought you said Keir Hollier. And I was like, I don't know him.
Who's that?
Famous pirate.
Yeah.
Here, Hollier.
Yeah.
Sorry, we've derailed you. Carry on.
No, this is cool. I like these little branches. So the IT man, he walks in, he's not happy, and he's like, Chris Rutter, like hard sex, do you? Your dad's a policeman. What would he have to say about this?
Was this true?
100% true.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is this how you found out?
Sounds like the start of a poem.
Very aggressive start.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know
baby.
how he knew that my dad was a policeman.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why that was relevant in that situation. Like, as a son of someone who works for the public sector, you cannot be watching porn like that.
Wow.
That isn't a rule that I'm aware of.
No.
So, yeah, obviously not an ideal situation.
No.
And my teacher at the time, Miss Chadburn,
Shout
Shout
out.
out.
Yeah.
Friend of the pod.
Chadders,
She's on next week.
she was. So I'm from Grimsby originally.
Yeah.
And you might have heard of Hull.
Oh, yeah.
We've been there. Smallest window in
You've done what? Sorry.
What?
I don't remember that.
We've been to Hull and they have the smallest window
I just remember
How
the
do they
shark.
know that?
The smallest window of what?
in
Opportunity.
Hull.
Where?
Yeah, this must be
Where
an
was the smallest
opportunity
window?
to.
I only remember Dinosaur Museum.
You
to be
were not
honest.
expected to be questioned on this, right?
Yeah, they've got the smallest window in just as it's just I don't understand. It's just a small window, and you look through it and you go,
Where
"Hey,
was it?
in Hull?"
Right, okay.
We went there for union.
Was it double glaze, triple glaze, glaze?
I think it was very thin, long.
Single then, I'm going
Yeah,
single.
yeah, single.
I
It was
do
kind of
remember,
like
but
an.
Where was it?
It was kind of like an arrow slit.
Yeah, with the glass at the end.
And it was just
I
like
do
in
remember
a
this.
in a
For nights.
for nights, yeah, but it wasn't like high up or anything. It was
Just
just
in a
like in a
castle?
house. No, just in a house. And there was a plaque next to it and it said, "Welcome to the smallest window in England," or something.
I bet it was the smallest window in Hull.
No,
Yeah.
it was really small.
Like how?
I bet I can make a smaller
I
window.
probably have a picture. Chris, I'll send the picture in and you put it on the screen right now.
I think we could make a smaller window.
Yeah.
I think that could be the next thing
Show
for the
me
stand.
finger wise, like how?
It was bigger than wider than a slot to put a coin in. Maybe
Okay.
2 coins.
What sort of coin?
Like pound.
Okay, so the thickest of the coins.
Yeah. It was
So it's
actually
wider than
it
that.
was actually probably 2 fingers width.
I could do a thinner window.
Yeah.
One finger width.
Yeah,
Done.
But the important thing is you haven't.
Someone's phoning me.
Anyway, I'm so
whole-
sorry.
It's the window police.
I really honestly
It's just Chris's
like
dad.
small windows, do ya?
We didn't finish the story.
Yeah.
Where
no,
were we?
I
What was the
honestly thought that
punishment?
was
You
really-
got arrested.
Chadders.
Chadders,
from Hull.
yeah.
So yeah.
yeah.
She's from Hull. She went, "Oh no, Chris,
No.
that's terrible." That. And then she felt obliged to give me a detention. My first ever detention, obviously. I was good about it. But then I put forward my cast iron
Yeah.
sort of alibi reason.
Peer pressure.
And well, not that, just the fact
Just the fact that
I
you
was
were. Sorry, I
literally
was just looking for the film. What
following your
Yeah.
instruction.
Yeah.
Here's my ticket to
Yeah.
prove that I was there.
I saw. Yeah.
And it got rescinded. So
Oh wow.
yeah,
That's
so I
good.
got,
Well
so I got
done.
away with it. I'm probably the only person to publicly watch porn at school and get away with it.
That is. You should be in
yeah.
the Guinness Book of World Records.
Next to the small window.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be up
That
for
was your small window of opportunity.
Yeah.
That neatly rounds off that.
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Sorry
My-
for interrupting so much.
there was a
That
risk-
is just what's going to
I would
continue.
get used to it. If that bothers you, you should leave now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to no one actually talking at me while I'm holding a microphone. This is unusual.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
sorry.
That's all good.
I'm not. There was a receptionist at my secondary school that after I left got fired because she was watching porn
Oh,
in the
in the reception. Like,
cafeteria.
What?
Yeah, she was like scrolling through pictures of naked women, in inappropriate poses.
was she? Would you have expected that from her?
No, actually, not at
Inappropriate
all.
poses.
Yeah,
Oh, that's nicely
yeah.
put.
Huh.
Was
And
she mentally ill, or was it? Did she mean to do that?
I think
places to do
lesbianism
it.
is fine these days.
Just want to
There was a
clarify.
teacher, there was a teacher
think-
at my school who it was people claimed that they'd seen her in a porn, but I don't know if it was true. And then she did die.
porn?
Oh,
Oh.
this is really taking it
The
down.
school told us that she got hit by a. No, actually, this is too dark.
Mm.
I want to hear it, man.
The school lied to us about how she died. Anyway.
Right.
Oh, okay.
How did you know?
Pardon?
Yeah.
Really?
She was in a snuff
Oh.
film. Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But then because at first I didn't believe it. I thought that with the teacher getting fired, because she was never like odd. She was just like she just
just
wasn't very
gay.
no. She was she was never very nice to talk to. And then there was a video because there were two floors of the cafeteria, and someone filmed her like. Her
That's
as she
also a
was-
bit bad as well, to be fair. I actually have thought of something which combines all the things we just talked about. I once watched, not porn, but I watched, I think maybe the first Transformers film on an iPod Nano on a bus to Paris.
Wow.
An iPod
which is
Nano.
kind of, which is like a really small window. So
is-
actually, it's kind of like all those things in one.
Very
It was
2008,
It
surely.
was bizarre. It would look like it was basically just like watching someone shake a bag of screws. It was like on a tiny little screen.
Yeah, I've seen that before. I know what
I
exactly
used
what
to
that
watch.
looks like. Yeah,
I had an
yeah.
iPod video, and I used to watch High School Musical 2 on it every single night.
Again,
You will get the
mentally
diagnosis.
ill. yeah.
Yeah, but did you say
And I
that?
would skip the songs I didn't like.
Yeah, you did say that you watched it not because you necessarily liked
didn't
it,
enjoy
because
it.
you were like stressed if you didn't watch it. So,
So you watched something on purpose that you didn't
Yeah,
like.
it felt very stressful when I was doing it, but it felt like I needed to.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we do we dig deeper into that, or do we just move on from that?
we don't have the time. We do not have the time.
did you ever get any actual detentions at school? Were you a good kid?
No, I was very good at school. I was quite academic. I did get what we called codes of conduct on my first week.
Whoa!
What?
Yeah, did you have
Well,
that?
we had like a. Yeah, you'd get like a thing, like a piece of paper or something.
I mean, looking back now, thinking about it, it's like a weird sort of like chant.
Oh.
No, you didn't actually chant them, but
right.
like it was just like you will do this.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
da,
yeah,
da, da,
yeah,
da,
yeah,
da,
yeah,
just
yeah.
sort of to instill
Yeah.
the values.
It's like a warning kind of thing.
Yeah, so we Mrs. Jefferson. Okay, don't shout her out.
Jeffers.
Yeah, good old Jeffers. She's probably dead now.
Oh, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Did a porn.
Tiny woman.
Oh.
Niche porn.
Yeah. She let's move on from the
Was she bigger than a window?
depends how big the window is.
Oh, so true.
Yeah, she was bigger than some and smaller than others, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just how it is, though, isn't it?
Most people, yeah. I can't think of anyone that's bigger than a big window.
It can't be bigger than a window.
What's the guy that works here that's dead big?
Gray.
Yeah,
They're very big.
He's bigger than loads of windows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're 6'7".
Is he 6'7"? 6'7". Oh, what's that? What does that mean?
That's like he's dead.
Kid, is
I don't know
this
what it
okay? Is she
means.
okay?
I think it doesn't mean anything.
No,
I
is
think
that the point?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just that's kind of why it's funny.
Yeah.
I told Joe Heaton about it, and he lost his mind. It was the funniest thing I've ever heard because he had never heard about it. And I was like, "Oh yeah, the kids all go 6'7". He's like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, "No, they just like do this with their hands and sort of pretend to juggle and go 6'7". And he's like, "What does it mean?" He's like, "It means nothing." And he was like, "That's the best thing I've ever heard."
Yeah.
And he loved it.
he loved it.
I loved it.
But he's an old man.
Yeah, he was at the Transport Museum yesterday.
With Stu, yeah.
Yeah,
They
we
went on a
saw
little
him.
day out together
I
after this.
didn't.
Have you ever been?
We saw him as they were leaving. They said we're going.
That's where they went.
Oh,
Transport
did
Museum.
they?
They saw the DeLorean.
They said, "Hello, Lottie.
That's-
We are going to
No,
the
they
Transport
didn't. They didn't
Museum."
talk to me because I was talking to Jim Lister. Shout out.
Okay.
Jim
Well, I-
Lister.
Yeah, legend.
I don't know who that. Should I know who that is?
No, you're fine. He's a good guy.
Oh, okay.
He's great. I love him. Anyway, your teacher wasn't bigger than a window, depending on the window.
She was. If there was a scale of teachers, she'd be in the bottom 10% decile. I would say she was small.
Right, small.
Yeah, she was small.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
she had
I had
quite
one of
a
them as
senior
well.
position in the school.
A teacher?
I wonder if those are
not.
inversely proportionate to each other.
Yeah, I mean, like the coolest
We
teacher
had a
was
tiny head
massive.
teacher.
So
Yeah.
Sorry.
You need to
And a
stop-
really tall one.
Stop it.
so yeah,
Please keep trying, Chris.
it's.
You're
I mean,
doing
it's
so
not
well.
worth. It's not worth it.
No.
It's not worth
There was
it.
a tiny lady at your school.
There's a tiny
This is
woman.
I'm doing a supportive hand.
I was trying to ingratiate myself to
Mm-hmm.
my peer, and I just went, Mrs. Jefferson, because she looked like a Yoda impression sort of thing.
Ah, yes.
Which
Right.
she was sensitive about. And she was like, right, what's your name? 5 codes of conduct. So that was my only time.
Five codes of
So you had to
conduct.
read it 5 times?
No, I had
Like
to
a
write-
rosary?
You had to write it
I had to
out.
Oh, you have to
them
write it
Yeah.
down.
and then give it to her. The codes of conduct.
I see. Also, like, we
That
had
is
those.
quite old-fashioned.
No, we
Yeah.
had those. We had like...
We did have something.
Well, they just called them punishment exercises, and there was a yellow,
Oh,
and there was a
punishment
there was a
exercises.
yellow
Yeah,
one and a
yeah,
red
yeah,
one, and the
yeah,
yellow
yeah.
one was essentially that, and you had to sort of copy out the rules of the
Yes.
school, and then the red one was like much worse. You had to do a lot more work.
Yeah. No, I was.
Yeah, we had that.
I was probably quite nerdy at school, but not in a geeky way. But I was like, I
You
thought,
tried hard.
I remember vividly being in England. It was like year 6.
Yeah.
That we would call it here.
What age
It's
were
the
you?
last year.
P7?
It's the last year of last
Primary
year of
school,
primary
yeah,
school.
P7.
I was 11.
Yeah.
So,
So
I was,
like P7 then.
yeah. So I was doing.
Sorry, did someone already say that?
We
I'm
called them
sorry.
SATs.
Yeah.
Sets.
Oh,
SATs.
SATs. SATs.
SATs,
Yeah.
yeah. And I remember completing them. I was only 11 years old, and I remember just going, oh, bloody hell, maybe my GCSEs next.
Oh my
I couldn't. I was
God.
worried
Yeah.
about being 16 and doing
Yeah.
the GCSEs. So yeah,
I was kind of like that.
I
Weird,
remember
yeah.
being being about to go to high school, and people were talking about hires, and I'd never heard of it before, and didn't really know what they were, because it's the equivalent in
Yeah,
Scotland. I didn't really know what they were until I was doing them.
yeah. But so you,
I
Or
wasn't,
or
I wasn't
during or
that.
after?
No.
did you just
Yeah.
vibe through them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a viber.
And
I
I
was not.
didn't pass all of them.
We're very similar. I didn't study at all at school. Basically, my motto was and remains: if it didn't go in the first time, that's on you.
And that's
Wow.
strictly
Wow.
academia.
I don't know if I had any sort of process.
Yeah.
Strictly in academia.
Yeah.
I was very similar to you,
Yeah.
and I was
Good-
very.
good girl.
So that's the
stressed.
nerd half of the building. and this is-
You guys would sit at the back of the bus.
Who's
Yeah.
doing better in life? I don't know actually.
Well,
yeah.
they're both getting paid more than me, so probably you guys.
Actually, I don't understand the hierarchy here. Not in this room, but just generally at the stand. It's just
There's no
vague.
hierarchy. We're
There is a
a
loose one.
flat.
It's pretty loose.
What's it called? A horizontal. That's what I'm saying.
There is a hierarchy in terms of pay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't take tips.
I
You're-
never take tips
yeah.
because I think that
Fraser is the big boss of Glasgow.
Got that one.
I'm the general
Yeah.
manager of the Glasgow
The
Club.
equivalent of cat.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm
Shout
also head of production for the full company. So that I do all the kind of stuff, like all the technicians technically come under my remit, and things like the Edinburgh Festival. I do all the kind of venue design and fit up and stuff like that.
So will you be in charge of stand 2?
I will, yeah. I'm currently designing. I'm actually redrawing it because I don't know if you know this. This might be an pod exclusive. Not that it matters. We changed the room that stand 2 was in last year to, we call it the square room, from
Because it
the,
used to be in the round room.
because it was in the round room,
Right.
and we have now moved it back in to the round room.
Oh, really?
But what we're doing is the reason we did it previously is that when you come into stand 2, there's a small little bar area, and then you open a door and it goes into the round room. And so last year we were like, great, we'll do this. You can come into the bar and you can go into the round room and have a drink and sit in the round room and
Did
wait
look
for the
really
show.
nice.
But what we've decided to do instead is turn the square room into a bar
Nice.
and use the little space that was a bar to become a green room, which means that the green room opens straight into the venue. So it means there's a
Nice.
proper green room for
That's
the acts
good.
to wait and go into the room.
That's
and there's
good.
also a nice big bar space. I think it was actually Alice who works in our marketing team
Shout
temporarily.
out.
She had never
Love
been.
her.
We had
Yeah.
a Fringe meeting. She'd never been to a Fringe meeting before, and she's like, she's very new to all this. But what was great was she came in and
Different
just
perspective.
She had totally we had all this assumptions of this is how it needs to be done.
Yeah.
And she was like, why don't you just move the bar in there? And everyone went, why don't we just move the bar into there? And
Yeah.
we'd never considered it until she said it. So
Yeah.
it was a really good way to have someone with a totally outsider perspective
And
just
that's
throw something
why
forward.
that's important.
Yeah, it was great. And so
Yeah.
that's what we've done. So I'm now, but all the design and plan had been in having it in the square room. And now because of that bitch, I got to move it to the circular room. So now I'm trying to redesign it to put it into the circular room again.
What
But
a bitch.
it'll be,
Yeah.
she's great. We love Alice a lot. So yes,
But the reason that Chris is interested in what stand 2 is going to be like
Yeah.
is
this is great.
I'm
that.
Oh, sorry, am I supposed to say?
Well, I don't
You
really
say,
know
you
the
can say.
wording. We've
The stand 5 is what they're being called.
Yeah, the stand 5.
Which feels to me like one of those things from the 80s. It was like, free
Yeah.
the stand 5.
And you are
Yeah, we
bringing
are
your
big-
debut hour
Debut
to the
hour,
Fringe
yeah.
this year.
Debut hour
at
this
the
year,
stand in Edinburgh.
Stand
Stand
number 2.
Number 2,
Yeah.
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 So,
So
which is a room? The reason I asked, I've never been in it.
It's a good room.
It's a
So
good- it's
I
a nice
would
room.
like to
It is
go in
nice.
beforehand.
Yeah, it's nice.
So shall I do a very quick what
Yeah,
stand
yeah,
5?
yeah, yeah.
So stand 5 basically is that we collectively decided as a company that we need to we have this, obviously Red Raw is such an important thing for the comedy scene in terms of giving people an opportunity to develop themselves. And then we're thinking, well, there has to be other opportunities beyond that, because sometimes even when we're looking at programming, we're like, well, what is the trajectory for someone? If you're doing Red Raw, where do you go from there? Is it just like just straight to weekend tender? And then what can we actually offer people that we want to support and get behind and sort of help develop their career? And so it was actually myself and Keir McAllister. Shout out to Keir. So we were looking at how we could do that, and it was really Keir's led on this, to be fair. I'm taking credit for the idea, but Keir did it, so I mean, fine. And we basically decided that we would get behind. Originally, it was only going to be like 1 or 2, but then we spread that out to be 5 different people that we selected from our, roster and cohort of acts that we're working with that are not necessarily in like the early stages of career, but people who are, still working as comedians. That I think the key thing was haven't done a Fringe debut specifically, haven't done their debut hour yet. Because one of them is Amanda Dwyer, who has done the Fringe before, but only ever done Whips, never actually done a debut hour before. Yeah. So we basically have picked 5 different people that we've decided to get behind and help make sure that they are supported at the Fringe through marketing help, and also giving them the room and making sure that you walk away with money in your pocket, essentially, so that it's actually something which is possible to do. Because for so many people, the Fringe is like, you just go in, it's a loss-making exercise, and that's a barrier to a lot of people to be able to do it, especially if you're taking holiday from work or if you're having to, there's so many different reasons why that could be very challenging. So we've basically sort of put our money where our mouth is and tried to find people.
I mean,
and you're one of them.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, I got just a very casual email from Eva, just like, "Oh, you doing out for the Fringe? Kiss." I was just like, well, I mean, I'd like to, but it's just I don't know. And she was like, "Oh yeah, come in. We're thinking of maybe getting behind some people, possibly." It was like very casual, and then I went and met with Annie, Keir, and Alice, and Keir spent over an hour.
Oh wow!
Telling me, this is our plan.
He does go on a bit, doesn't he?
Says you.
Says me. I don't fuck is fair enough. That's fair.
And then I was just like, okay, but what's the catch though? And he's like, nothing. And I was just like, it was like a baby reindeer moment. I thought, what am I going to have to do here?
Be funny. That's the deal.
Well,
that's your one thing you've got to do. Tell the jokes.
No, it was amazing because I very first fell in love with comedy through watching Stuart Lee.
Oh wow, okay.
At the Stand in Glasgow in 2005. I didn't know what the Stand was or club comedy or anything like that. I'd only ever seen Lee Evans, Peter Kay, Joe Pasquale, and just thought, okay, that's comedy, but it isn't really.
Yeah.
And then just fell in love with kind of club comedy from that point onwards, and then did my first ever gig at the Stand in Glasgow.
Cool.
My first time ever going in the building was to perform there, which is mad.
Whoa, wow, that is crazy.
Wow.
Never ever set foot in the building, and then you sort of hit by, oh shit, 200 people are in here.
Yeah.
And then you're backstage, and it said on the lineup or a guest headline or whatever it was. Yeah. And then I'm literally stood in the old vestibule waiting to go on, with the Abandon Hope sign, and just thinking, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And then Kevin Bridges walked in, and he just went, "Oh, eat me." And I was just like, right. And then it's just a blur.
Yeah.
It's just getting through it, and it's such a surreal thing.
Yeah.
And then went backstage, and then I just thought, that's comedy. Just hanging out with Kevin Bridges, and
that's what it's gonna be like every time.
Yeah.
I was telling Liam Withnail about this last week that obviously I didn't know anyone at that time, and Gus Lindburn was hosting, and he was chatting to Kevin Bridges, and everyone's just like.
Presumably it was a Red Raw.
Most people.
So I guess a lot of the Red Raw lineup are people who are new, so they're not going to know what's going on. It's quite funny.
And Gus was like, I mean, I'm sure he wasn't trying to do this, but he was just like, "Oh yeah, I know Kevin a bit." So he was just talking to him in front of everyone. Yeah. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I've just been doing stuff with Liam Withnail. Do you know Liam Withnail?" And Kevin's like, "No."
Oh, Liam!
I'm looking at his face right now.
It was just funny because
Liam.
Kevin was like, "Yeah." He was like, "No, I don't know who that is at all." No. I thought Liam thought it was hilarious, to be fair. So,
I imagine you would enjoy
that.
Yeah.
So then after that, I you probably don't know what it's like, but all the community's like, join the forum, and
I'm aware there is a forum that exists.
Yeah. I don't go on Facebook very often, but I am part of it. I see people complaining about stuff, and I'm like,
I think it was probably more active back in the day.
Yeah. Because people just don't use Facebook anymore.
And then my second ever gig was at the Magnificent Seven. The night was called the Magnificent Seven. And it was ran by Christopher Stephen, ginger ale comedy. I don't know if you've heard of any of this. No. And the sort of resident host was a guy called John Aldis. who played a keyboard. Anyway,
That was sounds like a different dimension.
it
I like that one.
very much was. It was in the Griffin Bar,
Oh right. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Yeah.
and it there wasn't 200 people there.
Yeah.
Maybe a 20th of that.
Yeah.
What's that?
10.
Maths. And that's where I met Paul McDaniel for the first time.
Love Paul McDaniel.
Yeah.
He was amazing.
Shout out.
Yeah,
How many times can we say that in one
He
podcast?
was so good.
Yeah.
Shout out Liam with now.
I know. Sorry.
I did stroke his face. Anyway, sorry, Karen.
Yeah. So that was. Excuse me. So that was
It's all right.
It was the very good affogato.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like proper comedy. That,
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
that level, like
That's the trenches.
this is like how you battle harden yourself.
That must
yeah.
have been such a weird like contrast. Being like, this is what it's like, and then being like, oh, this is what it's like.
Yeah, but I think you sort of. I felt less pressure weirdly,
Yes.
but retrospectively, those are higher pressure because it's much more difficult.
Yeah, because people are.
do
Yeah.
well
the
in those
vibe isn't
situations.
as.
It's
good.
not set up for
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Where it's
yeah.
like,
Not set up for
this whole
comedy.
building is pointed at
Yeah.
the stage.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And then so my third gig after that was back at Red Rock.
Oh, wow.
Because you get obviously
You get to
2 dates.
Yeah.
And the second time, Frankie Boyle was on the.
Oh my god.
God.
Yeah, I was like, oh, bloody Frankie's here.
Ah,
But
that's such a class first.
he was just doing 10. And a guy came in and he was like, oh, what's your name? And he's like, oh, Frankie. Oh, are you nervous? And he's like,
It's so good.
nah, I've done this before. And he's like, all right, cool. He's like, would you mind just tying my shoelaces up for me? Because I can't really reach down. And cause I don't know if he had something wrong with him. But yeah, so this guy just didn't know who he was. And
Who was
Frankie
it?
Boyle,
Was it Liam Whitnell?
I think his name or his stage name was Thief.
Oh.
Don't know them.
Yeah, I mean, this was a long time ago.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so that was my second taste, and
Did
then
Frankie tie the shoelaces?
he did. Yeah, to his credit.
He's a good guy.
Many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder whether he. I mean, I don't know him. I think about maybe twice, 3 times, and I. It does kind of seem like the thing that the boldness seems like something he would be like, yeah, all right. Then.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, he was very subdued. I think
Yes.
he's just a very
Yeah,
quiet
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, he
like,
is.
and exclusive for you in my day profession, which I don't like talking about.
He's a spy.
My first boss in my current profession is, or was, and still is.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't hold it in.
It was a sneeze, yeah.
Yeah,
No. My
wow.
first ever boss was Frankie Boyle's brother,
Wow.
Dr.
one-
John Boyle.
I was
Shout out.
going to guess John.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I was going to be John Boyle, and that would have been right.
Somebody pointed out to me, like, oh, did you know that's Frankie Boyle's brother? And he was like, look at the eyes. And I was like,
But don't look into them for too long.
yeah. Not around the eyes. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, that is him. And
Wow.
very clever man.
Funny?
He's a doctor. He's got a
Right.
very dry sense of humour.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
and he's a
he-
medical doctor.
No,
Oh.
he is a doctor of economics.
Nice.
All right.
So he's big in the world of residential house building.
Wow. And you have this man's phone number in your
Shout
phone.
out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
I do have his LinkedIn, which I can pass on. But he does crop up on TV now and again.
Oh,
He's a
really?
spokesperson
Oh,
for
wow.
what's
John
going on in
Boyle.
Residential houses.
Yeah. Well, he kind
Yeah.
of
Is there any other kind?
he did like a politics degree or something. So he's yeah. He's a big dog in that world.
Wow.
Worth. I every time there. Oh no!
You
I'm
got this.
struggling to speak.
You got
There
this.
was one Fringe that I saw Gus Limburn almost every day, if not every day.
Was that when he was flying?
Yeah.
He did such
that
a
was
good
so
job.
fun.
He was unbelievably good at that.
And anytime I saw him, I sang Gus Limburn like Goldfinger because it was perfect.
Yeah.
And that's that story on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That
We
was a
should
nice
get
little
him back
bonus.
from
Yeah,
London
yeah.
to be on the pod.
He was. So, I loved Gus. He was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Was where? I almost started doing Lulu there. I started doing Lulu.
Oh.
I'm trying to think. Last time I saw, I don't know if he performed that year. He was.
No, he didn't.
No,
Because he was
No.
basically
He was
flying
living the
for
life,
Liam
yeah.
and
He was working for beer
Gareth?
money. That's what he said. No, fucking everybody wanted him after a while.
Yeah.
But he was so good
He
at
was
it.
so good.
He would fill the rooms.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Like,
he
what-
was
Yeah.
just outside
Because he
flying.
had nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Because he knew he was leaving, because he now works and lives in London. Not in comedy. He works in music now.
Is he completely just? Does he not perform anymore? Or?
Well, he was always into music. Like, he was like a drummer and stuff. He played in bands. He played with, aforementioned Cat off of Edinburgh. They were in a band together for a while and stuff. So
right, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
but he now works in music venues and stuff like that. I think it's a similar job to me, but in a music venue.
Yeah.
Is he doing comedy still or not?
I actually don't know.
We don't really keep in touch. But
he's a
not
nice
in a bad
man.
way.
I like us.
Yeah.
I was also going off the Red Raw / Kevin Bridges story. There was the last Red Raw or second last Red Raw that we had in the old venue before we moved here.
He dropped in, I think, did he?
Yeah, he dropped in and he opened the second section. And usually with Red Raw, that unless you're the host or the headliner, you have either 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But he did like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
It's Kevin Bridges for God's sake. Do what
Well,
he
yeah,
wants.
absolutely. I was like, but
I
at
dare you
me,
to play
as
him
I
off.
was, oh my God, that would be bold. The last night I would ever work at a stand.
Have you ever had to do that?
Play Kevin Bridges off?
No, just play people off. Like,
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome,
did
yeah.
it this week actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Was it a racism thing or just a time thing? Or?
It's almost always a time thing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's never. You let the racists carry on.
Yeah. We love
If
it.
there,
Shout out, shout out to all
Shout out to all the
racists. Yeah.
no, I it was very funny, really, as like the tech and people coming in. I think there was someone's first ever gig as well, and it was like such a huge night because it was we were coming to the end. I think it was the last night, and then of Red Raw, and then Bridges was on, but he wasn't on the bill.
Yeah, we wouldn't have advertised it.
And it also was, it said again, like special guests, like even on the running orders and stuff, and people came in and they were like, oh, who is it? And I was like, oh, it's Bridges. And the person whose first gig it was, all of the colours from their thing. And I remember saying, I've never had so much power because there's so many people on a Red Raw that if they do overrun, then you do need to play them off to keep to time. And I said to them, like, what I'll do is you give you a light just before you're finished, and then a light when you're finished, and you need to wrap up as quickly as possible because you don't want to be played off in front of Kevin Bridges. And not one single person hit their time. They all left so quickly. I was like, he should come in every week. But I tell you, that as soon as I wish I could remember who hosted it, because they were like, oh, with Red Raw, they have some like newer people in, and it's people's first time, and so you need to be really careful, like really gentle, and like the more you give to them, the more they give to you. And this person is, I'll be able to like figure it out, but I can't remember. It was like the person, he's a bit of a newer spot and
good.
everything, and so please welcome to the stage, Kevin Bridges. I think it was maybe 2 minutes of just like everyone went fucking mental, and I think his opening line was "not bad for £5, eh?" Like I was like, "This is so sick."
Yeah.
Well, that happened when literally like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Just standing ovation.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah,
People go fucking crazy.
And he's just there, and he's like joggers in his trackie.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and then got his little notepad out and just killed the room.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
and he's a very nice man too.
Yeah,
Very
he's not
nice.
bad.
Also
Yeah.
quite like subdued. Like
Yeah, he's quite chilled.
he's like
Yeah.
he's not like a big personality.
He's just a
on stage.
normal guy.
just-
He's very friendly, and
Yeah.
He followed me on Twitter afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, and I did that cringeworthy thing that everyone does. Went, oh, great to work with you. Like, oh God, I wish I could erase that from my memory.
Yeah.
Well, Twitter doesn't mean anything anymore.
And
No,
I
it's gone.
also
That's good.
think that you're not the first person, and you won't be the last person to say
definitely
that.
not.
Yeah.
It's fine,
Yeah.
and it is
Yeah.
great to work. Great to work with him.
And also some
But you
people are
literally did work with him though, because you were paid to be there. So
true.
yeah. Was he paid for that? Probably shouldn't tell.
No,
Should
probably not.
Almost certainly not.
Yeah.
Just for the love of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite. I mean, I think we should be open with it. The Red Raw, the acts don't get paid for it because it's a.
I think we should be open about that.
I think it's like
Yeah.
people should know like, they don't get paid for it, but the compere and the headliner do.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
You guys need
It's-
stage time as well.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
to have time to develop what you're doing. So,
Yeah, cutting your teeth and stuff.
and also take some pressure off because if you have a shitter, it's like, well, nah, I think get paid. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, in a sort of like certainly open mic level, like that's Wembley, like
Yeah.
Wembley State or Hampden. Could be Hampden as well. But,
Sure.
But I remember Chris Conroy. I don't know if that's a name that you remember. So he obviously doesn't do it anymore, but he was hosting the second one that I ever did, and he gathered everyone around. It was like a team talk, and he's like, "Listen, guys, you're feeding off scraps for most of your time. This is your chicken dinner. Now get outside there and enjoy it." And it stuck with me that because it is kind of like that. It's such a pleasure to play the stand. And it's mad that was the first time I ever did it, really, because you shouldn't really.
Yeah, there's lots
doing,
of
really.
There's lots of like debate on like should you do Red Raw as your first ever gig? Does it matter if you haven't done gigs before? But like, you know,
well, I think
it's like each their own, really. Like, obviously, it's good to have lots of practice before you do it, and then you can be better, I guess.
It's a sort of universal truth that the new venue is a harder room. Though.
Oh, that's
so.
True.
I think that
that's
maybe
true.
your first gig being in the old venue was maybe a bit easier and more forgiving. Whereas now, if you're coming onto this stage, you've really got to be ready for it.
Yeah, I think if you are a brand new act, like literally brand new, you're probably not going to be great, are you?
No. I mean, unlikely. But
so you give yourself a better chance.
Yeah.
If your first time here, you've got
done
a
it.
bit
You've
of
got it,
competency.
like you know how to use a microphone.
I'm still looking forward to the day that because we started doing this hotspot thing on Red Raw. So anyone's listening, if you don't know about this, we do this thing on a Tuesday for Red Raw. You can turn up on the door.
Monday in Edinburgh.
Monday in Edinburgh. And did we do it in Newcastle yet?
No.
It's not been rolled out in Newcastle yet, but it's coming. You can put your name in a pot, which is literally a pot, on the front door, and you then can get pulled from the pot at the end of the first act, and then you're the first act on the second half. And so far, I think everyone who's done it has been a comedian, has done something.
Not loads. Some of them.
But I'm looking forward to the day when the person
Where
who's
it's just like a
I've
random
never done
from the
this
crowd.
before.
It
I spot a
almost
shot.
was the first night.
Yeah.
I really want that to
We've got a
happen.
regular that comes to the stand a lot, and he put his name in.
I really want that to happen.
Well, you
You've
can
never done
surely
before.
make that happen.
Well, we just take everyone else's name out.
Yeah.
No, it has to be fair. It has to be fair.
I think that it's really cool, and I think that it sets them up to be like such a good position in the lineup as well. Because particularly the first time we did it, Kate Hammer was hosting.
I was here.
And you were here.
It was genuinely exhilarating.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah, and she pulled the name out, and the person, I think he was so young as well.
He was
He was
definitely
like
quite new
19.
to it. He was still quite new to it.
And
Yeah.
I think he'd only been doing it for maybe 4 months. And she pulled the name out, and I started playing Hot Stuff by Donna Summer as like the.
We
So
should
it's like
do
the
that,
name
'cause
is.
we should do that every time.
The name is Fraser Milroy. And it's.
We should
And then
start doing
he
that every week.
walked
That's
from the
class.
front
Like he was in
of
the crowd.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
then that was like, right, okay, so go over to there. We're gonna do this and do this, and then he walked to me, and then we were sorting out, and then we went straight to the
Into
to
the
It needs to be
intro.
more like that every time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great.
It was class.
It
And then he
was,
was really
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
He's on next week.
Is he?
Yeah.
So you got another red right of it.
Yeah.
There you go. You
Yeah.
should put your name in the pot.
Yeah.
You never
But
know where
what
it could lead.
was nice about it is there's a different atmosphere for that particular
Yeah.
spot
Yeah.
because everyone
Everyone's
knows
like-
that this person has literally got no notice.
Yeah.
And everyone's behind them.
Yeah.
And Kate set it up really well, I
Yeah.
thought. And everyone was behind this guy.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, when a freak walks on Britain's Got Talent and you're like,
Yes.
what is going to happen?
Yeah.
But I'm not saying it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
like, and
Yeah.
then
The
they
Susan
Like when
Boyle
Susan
effect.
Boyle, yeah.
Yeah.
I dreamed a dream.
What would you say?
In fairness, I would love that.
I dreamed a dream. I'm gone by.
I would.
I would laugh at it.
I really,
Yeah.
really
Standing
would.
ovation, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm so into that.
Yeah.
I used to love when I don't watch things like Britain's Got Talent anymore, but I did back in the day when it was properly the zeitgeist.
The diversity days.
Yeah, back in the days, and it'd be like you get like the close up of like two random women in the audience, you'd be like, just like scornful, like, who the fuck is this bitch? And then like we'll go back to them
And
when
then,
Susan,
like-
and they're like, oh, it's
But
like,
it's clearly all
yeah,
like
Yeah,
edited.
That, they filmed that weeks later.
Yeah.
That was nothing.
I went to
Yeah.
an X Factor. I was an audience member for X Factor 4-chair challenge.
What's
One.
that?
What's the X Factor 4-chair challenge?
So I think it's before you go.
You took such a deep breath though.
I can't remember whether it's before or after Judges' Houses.
Did
But it's basically, I think it's before Judges' Houses. Before. And there's like 6 chairs. And there's maybe.
Musical chairs. You're talking about musical chairs.
Yeah, and then Susan Boyle starts singing "I Dreamed a Dream," and
And
when
you
she
all walk
stops,
around
you
the
have to
yeah.
run to the chair.
But then they remove one chair every time.
Oh
Wait,
yeah, no,
she
I was
has
asleep.
to run to the chair.
Joke. It was a little joke. No, so basically,
I nearly got caught out as well.
basically, that you've been put into your categories of overs, unders, like boys, girls. Is that it?
Is it over 25?
Groups.
Over groups, over 25s.
Yeah, ancient.
Boys and girls.
You're over 25, so you could be 26 and 70 in the same category.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how you end up in the same group as like, I don't know. What was that guy's name who was the one that was... Wagner. Yeah, you can be
He
in Wagner's
looks
group.
mental at the moment.
Have you seen it before?
No, he looks crazy. He's
got
on my
a story
TikTok
about
a lot.
Great.
If only I was on a podcast.
Yeah.
Molly, you can finish your 4 chairs, but then we're coming to
Sorry,
Wagner.
let's finish the 4 chairs.
It was basically you just sing and then they only have a limited space of chairs to take them through to the next round, basically.
The judges pick who gets
The
a chair.
judges
It's not
pick
like
who
musical
get-
chairs where you just
No,
get
no.
if you're faster than everyone else.
So it's whatever category it is in and whatever judge is your
Right.
like judge. Then they get to say, "Oh, take a seat." But then once they filled up, then they need to swap
I
people
remember
out.
this now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And I was there, and right at the top, they recorded us like cheering, booing,
Of course.
Screaming.
Looked
and
disgusting.
like,
They do
that for, like, radio records and
switch,
stuff.
swap. So that
Yeah.
we did all of the stuff.
Yeah.
So then
So it's
I
all
was
cut in after.
Yeah, and then they definitely were doing stuff where they took people away and brought them back.
Yeah, okay.
And did all that, and so we didn't know what was happening until
you saw the final
until it
thing.
came out on telly because
Yeah.
no one knew what was going on. Everyone got swapped out.
Maybe
Everyone
intentional.
got put in. Yeah.
They probably did deliberately so no one could
Yeah,
leak it.
so that's true.
So you're best friends with Wagner?
Yeah.
Kind of. So about
Is he a policeman like your dad?
no.
I am Officer Wagner.
So he
can't
did
remember
this
what songs he
thing.
sang.
it was before Cameo where you could pay him. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
money
that
to
was a big
record
thing for him.
stuff. And I'm a Grimsby Town fan, and small club, and I just thought it'd be hilarious to kind of get him to record a video of something like very niche, sort of team talk type thing. And I asked him to sing the chant that we sing, and
Yeah.
I had to record myself doing it.
So he could copy
so
it.
that he could do it,
That's so
and then
funny,
he recorded the message, and then he did the chant, and then it went viral.
What was
Like,
the chant?
Well, you basically clap like this. Well, you're not clapping this, right? So
Hang on. I'll hold your microphone
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you.
Thank you. So it's just like you go. Fish.
This is great.
Fish, because Grimsby's famous for fish, right? So
see.
that's our chant. So Wagner,
Fish.
there you go.
Love this.
So fish. So Wagner did that, and it blew up massively. And then the club got hold of it and invited him to a match, which just so happened to be live on Sky.
Whoa.
And he was being walked around the pitch, and everyone was like applauding him.
Pitch.
And what really it didn't annoy me, it annoyed my mum. Somebody at the club took credit for that happening.
So you got nothing out of it?
So no, I got no credit
the hell?
whatsoever.
And did you pay money to get him to do it?
£25.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And yeah, so that just kind of spiraled into that.
Damn, that is cool, but also, disappointing that you didn't.
Yeah, well,
Get any glory.
That's life, innit?
I
We could
guess.
get like Wagner to do we could use somehow here. Can we get him to
I
sing
think it would
like
be-
We could get him to
Repeat?
Yeah, you probably would.
stand.
I think it'd be good to get Wagner to sing Reet Petit. Hey, look about the. Where was he from? It wasn't from wherever that
think
was.
he was
Italian.
Greek.
I think I made him Italian.
Wagner.
I don't.
Is
I
it like
honestly
Swiss or
don't know.
something, or is that the actual Wagner?
Probably both.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not cultured enough. I didn't
But
know.
he just turned 70
Yeah.
very recently.
Why
he?
do we know
Happy
this?
birthday, Wagner.
How do you know that? I thought
Because
he was
on my-
long gone from the zeitgeist.
No, he came back.
He's still kicking about, isn't he?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy
And
birthday,
yeah,
Wagner.
happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Can't wait for you to come on the pod and
would.
sing some songs.
He would.
25
Oh my
quid will
God,
do
that would
anything.
be class.
Yeah. We don't pay people to come on the pod. Sorry.
Oh, right. Okay.
You just get you get paid in avocados.
Well, no, it's worth. Yeah, worth.
Yeah.
it. Absolutely.
Chris
worth
have an avocado.
What?
We made Chris an affogato. Well, I say we. Molly made Chris an affogato
Yeah.
before the
And he
before
ate
the
it
pod.
so fast.
Yeah, I'm
You
a
didn't
quick,
even get brain freeze. I'm very impressed.
quick eater. Yeah, well, yeah. Scott made me one last time I was here. and very good at it.
Yeah.
I wonder if
He's
there's anyone that
very
listens to the pod that hears about Scott every so often and has an image of him in their head.
know.
I wonder what you all think Scott is like.
Yeah.
Is he a strictly behind the scenes man?
Yeah. We wanted to be,
we
be on the
would
pod.
love
anyways.
him to be involved in this some way, but he's just like
He reminds me a little bit of, the old man in Home Alone.
Yeah, in
Which
Home Alone
one?
1. The
Yeah.
one
with
that,
the shoveler guy.
Yeah, but a younger version.
Yeah, he's definitely
Yeah.
he's a lot younger than the shovel man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a young if he was like a prequel, Scott could play the shovel man.
Yeah.
But a lovely guy. When I first started doing stand up, he was here then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lovely guy.
Yeah.
I feel like he was born in the old stand.
Yeah,
he
I think
born
he
in
was.
Woodsbury, he lives there.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
He
I
still
imagine-
wishes he did live there.
Yeah.
He told me that the way he got his job, because he used to work in Offshore, the other coffee place, it's just over, it's close to where the old club is.
Okay.
So Offshore,
Opposite you
it's like the color scheme is a choice. It's like
orange and blue.
orange and blue, like
Oh, yeah.
really whoa. And
Okay.
he used to serve coffee there, and
Rangers.
Not that blue.
one of my predecessors, a gentleman called Docs, who you worked with, Docs.
That name rings a bell.
So Docs used to get
Looks like
coffee.
Frankie Boyle.
Would go over and get coffee from Offshore, and I believe one day Scott was just like, "Got any jobs going?" And then Docs went, "Yeah, come in tomorrow." And that is how he got his job. He just
Really?
came in the next day and was working there. All of a sudden, he just left Offshore and came in,
Class.
and it was like there was no interview or anything. He got like he'd been getting coffee from him enough that Docs was like, "Yeah, just come have a job."
I do feel like quite a lot of people that have got a job at the stand has had
Something
it that
like
way.
that, yeah.
Because I wasn't
that's fair
so
enough.
much like that, but I was like, someone was working there and sent a message into a group chat. We went to uni and was like, "We're totally stuck. Can anyone tech tomorrow?" And I was
Was this in Edinburgh or here?
This was in Edinburgh. And then I was like, yeah, I guess so. I'll come in for an interview. And then my interview was doing the show. And then they gave
Really?
me the job. Yeah. They were like, "Do you want a job?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Famously, I
Did
wrote a
you-
letter to get the job.
I always ask people that work at the stand, are you into comedy? And everyone's like, no, not really.
I'm big into it. You're
Yeah.
the biggest into
Oh, he
comedy.
is a comedy nerd.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think you've told the story before, but tell it again because it's always funny. How did you get your job at the stand?
I used to work at a greengrocer's. Yeah, I remember I told this and you made you laugh so much.
You
It
do
was
it. I believe in
Gareth's
you. You
match.
can do it.
Gareth's going mental listening to this.
He loves
right
the
now.
story. I worked at greengrocer's from when I
No,
was
you have
like,
to go. Oh, I didn't mention myself.
Go on.
when I was like, I from like 14 to 18 or something, and it was in Edinburgh,
salad
the top
days.
of Leith Walk,
Okay.
and one day, Michael Legg, comedian, Irish comedian, well, exactly,
rings a bell.
right? Not sorry, but not that famous. He came in and he bought an apple, and maybe some other stuff, but then
Maybe you're definitely like,
I'd
just one apple, please.
definitely at least one apple.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to get a job at the stand because I loved comedy, and I wrote a letter to the stand, to whom it may concern. And in the letter, I said to prove that I love comedy so much, I was like, the best day of my life was when I sold my colleague an apple. And Eva read it and was like, I need to give this person a job. And she
that's
still
lovely,
has the
that.
letter.
Yeah, that's great. And that's the sort of people that should be working here.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Like,
So everyone else better up their game.
What
She
was
gave
your-
you a job out of fear.
Yeah.
What did you do? Did you start in Glasgow or did you start in Edinburgh?
Edinburgh.
And you just behind the bar?
No, in the office.
So when you were 18?
Or 19, yeah.
Okay. And then so when did you end up in the venues then? How did that happen?
I moved to Glasgow
And there was no office?
and there was no office and I was sad. And then after COVID, they were looking for new staff. I think Eva emailed me
I see.
and I was like, okay, I'll do
so
it.
did you leave and come back?
There a lot of things happened. I mostly worked during the Fringe in Edinburgh and I would
Right,
have
that's how
other
I knew
jobs
you.
during the year.
Do you not have a relation that works here as well?
My sister,
Yeah.
she works in the office
Mm-hmm.
like 2 days a week, but that's new. She hasn't. Basically,
She's not under
basically
stripes
like
yet.
70% of the people who work at the stand currently in Edinburgh and Glasgow are because of me. They've
Oh,
got
right,
some
okay.
connection.
You've
to
got
me.
the sway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Corin, who works in Edinburgh, got the job because of me, and then both Corin's sisters have worked here, and then
Erin works here.
Yes.
Jack is the partner of my friend Elle.
But I thought Jack got the job because he worked for In-House first.
No.
But he
I got
did
the
do
job.
that, didn't he?
Yeah, but he didn't work here for In-House.
Oh, I thought he did that with us. See, he predates me, so I don't remember that.
And then who else? I mean, there's a million people.
But it does mean that now the people...
I got the job myself for what it's worth. No help.
so did I.
But I mean, same. But then the people that work here, it is good and bad because it's like because
No, that is... Molly's
because
right.
it is you are just like with like perpetuating it's who you know.
Yeah.
as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Nepotism.
But it does mean that like if you get recommended, it means we've curated a group of like unreal people that everyone gets on.
Yeah.
So that's
It can be a challenge. You asked at the start of this pod. I don't understand the hierarchy.
Oh yeah.
It's very loose is the answer to that question. However, we do have some responsibilities as managers, and it can be challenging if you have to manage your friends.
True.
Yeah.
It does happen every so often. Like,
yeah.
but you just deal with it. It's part of the deal. Part of the job.
I don't do it.
I like if Lottie tells me
Deal
to
with it
do
badly.
something, I just tell them to fuck off and then do it anyway.
Yeah, it's actually class. Whenever I'm managing, I go, guys, this thing probably needs done, but I don't really mind. And then everyone goes, oh, I'm not doing it, and then I walk away and it gets done. It's the best way of managing.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah. Well, I hope you don't mind me saying you took your earpiece out the other night, didn't you?
Sorry?
You took your earpiece out.
Because people were shouting at you.
Yeah, I did.
What happened? Were people annoying you?
No, I get overstimulated,
Yeah,
and
fair.
people
Were
were
you
talking
taking?
to me in the
Yes.
in the face,
I
and
can't
people
do
were
that.
talking to me in the ear.
I'm with
and
you.
so I took my earpiece piece out.
Piss.
That's all, folks. I took my earpiece out because I was enjoying the chat in the green room.
I'm similar. If I've got my earpiece in and someone is talking to me,
Yeah.
I can't do both.
Yeah.
I just begin to like I can just like shut down. It's like someone does just takes a screenshot.
One
Just can't be
time,
done.
somebody who doesn't work here anymore, we could cut this out, but somebody who doesn't work here anymore, I was like watching them from the other side of the room and said, could you clean the toilets or something? I think it was clean the toilets. And then they didn't respond. And then I was like, hey. And then I like looked away and looked back and they were just taking the earpiece
That's
out.
amazing. I know who
Yeah.
that was.
Yes.
They don't work here anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Well,
No.
but other things.
It's not very often that people stay for a long time usually.
Disobedience.
No, but generally people disappear all the time. That's not the problem. But it's not very often that someone just doesn't vibe, and then sometimes it happens, and you know.
Yeah, it's life,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
I know for a fact.
And that's what happens when you hire outside of
Of
friends.
the
That is what happens.
You know for a
That is what
fact-
happens. It's bad.
Iona loves cleaning toilets.
She does.
And actually, she's class at it as
Yeah.
well.
Iona comes in for 4 hours a week just to clean shit. By choice, kind of.
And also,
And
like,
she does get
paid.
and
She gets paid,
Oh,
but like
I
she
see. Like-
chose to do that shit.
But it's because I was saying we're gonna have to get more cleaning in, and
Yeah.
she was like, "Can I please do it?" I was like, "Yeah, of course you can. I don't want to do it." So
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
just
Scrubbing
roughing it.
stuff with toothbrushes and all that.
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
and she
she's-
like puts on a tank top and gets like into it. It's,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I bet her house is immaculate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, does she save it all for here?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's not immaculate, but
I'm hearing you saying she lives in a shitty pigsty.
she lives with David. So.
But the
The aforementioned pig from the start.
but to bring it back to a point is that everyone that
What
works
was the
here
point?
is cool
yeah,
and fun,
yeah.
and it's great when we actually just. I mean, obviously, it's great when we just get on with people like you that come in. It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. I
knowing
like
that
coming
when
in.
you're on the bill, you're like, oh, cool.
Pal-
it's gonna
a
be
pal is in.
yeah.
No, it's a nice spot to be in because I used to be very intimidated coming to the stand because you just
You
conscious
build
of
it up in your head as like
Yeah. There was one moment where I thought, I think I might be all right here. It's what you came over after a Red Raw. I'm like, how do you think that went? And
That's what you gave. You gave him the Marin's chat.
No, I wasn't like. I think I was asking that if you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
rather than-
well, my memory of it was, how do you think that went?
Because Raymond Marin's famously asks that questions when it doesn't go well.
Well,
I wouldn't. I'm not like that.
I know you don't, but it's funny.
so that's why I gave a very kind of non-committal, like, oh yeah, it's all right. And you're like, no, it was really good. It would be really harsh to beeline over to me.
Yeah, I'd be like, I
Like-
think you could have worked harder.
Just
on
so
that.
you know, that was shit.
as I said, that's what Marin's would do. So if you're ever on a bill with you, it won't happen to you. But if you're ever on a bill with Marin's and he comes over and he goes, "So how do you think that went?" That means
That's
you're
dangerous.
a bad, you're a
And
bad
there's
gig.
also, did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
That's another one.
But when I ask that, I'm like, I'm not. I don't think I would ever be like mean like
But
that.
you're probably being cautious in case they're like
The point I was
they're
trying
like,
to
oh, it
make
was
was,
shit.
I knew that you were coming at it from a point of view
Positivity.
of like positiveness. That's the word
Yeah.
you used was better.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, okay, like this, I might be okay here.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've gradually.
I like to hope that we
Yeah.
try and have a bit of a. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want people to come in and feel. I think everyone should feel welcome and like
Yeah. Oh,
this
no,
is
no, don't-
like guys, and I hope that we try
It's in
and.
our heads because
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you know that if you get cut off by the stand in Scotland, that's not really
You're fucked.
Yeah,
anywhere else to go.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
So you desperately want to try and, give a good account of yourself.
Yeah.
And I also think as well, like we want people that work here want it to do, like want the stand to do well and have like
we want it to be good.
And want it to be good and are keen on like we're interested in like what's good as well. And so then it is just kind of like it's just nice that when acts like yourself are nice to us and like come and have a chat and like care about how we're doing as well. And that makes such a difference because it's not everyone
is nice.
Name names, come on.
No.
And I would actually say, broadly speaking, most people are nice. And actually, it's not that people aren't nice, it's that some people I think are maybe just a little more standoffish. And that's also fine. You don't always fucking be your best pal.
Some people are nervous and they...
That'll be... I was conscious of I don't want to appear too familiar too soon.
Yeah, Matthew Gallagher helps collecting glasses. Just fucking chill out, son.
No, he's nice.
So does Susan Morrison.
Well,
that's different. She's part of the bloody brickwork.
No, but Matthew Gallagher,
I'm joking.
That comes from a place that he wants to have the hangout after.
He's like,
let me help.
He's one of our other stand 5.
He's brilliant.
Man. Listen back to his podcast. We had him on at Christmas time.
I saw a clip of that and he just downed a bottle of mouthwash.
Yeah. The whole thing is insane.
He brought so many props.
But he used them all up immediately.
He got overexcited and he was like,
I was so hungover that day as well. And
it was wild.
I was just like blinking.
I knew that the mouthwash was going to happen before he did it.
Yeah.
Well, Matthew was on, we were on my second Red Raw.
Oh,
Matthew
really?
was on the lineup as well.
Oh, wow.
So this was a long time ago.
That's so nice that you're doing this.
Weirdly, we both kind of started at the same time and then stopped.
Yeah, and then came back.
Did you take a break as well?
Yeah, so I kind of... Well, the reason I got into comedy is because I lied to someone. And I told them that I was a comedian. And I wasn't.
Was this in what capacity? Like, who were they? Was it a date?
Well, I was trying to impress them.
Right.
And it didn't happen. So it was, I can remember, George Zach.
Oh, yeah.
Greek guy.
Yeah.
He had a night in Newcastle and I went along to it and I was far too scared of it and just like I didn't really do it. And then applied to the stand and back then there wasn't as much of a waiting list. I think you just kind of
gone cocoa bananas.
Yeah.
It's long.
Brother, tell me about it.
So me and Matt were kind of on at the same time, and then I only wanted to see if I could do it.
Yeah.
And then quite quickly, well, I don't know if it was quite quickly, but within sort of 15 months, I did my first ever weekend.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's amazing.
And it was with Gary Little, R.I.P. Martin Moore was hosting.
Oh, wow.
I've not seen him in ages.
I cannot remember who else was on the lineup, but I had no other goals at that point.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I was getting bored of myself. And I really wanted some kind of mentorship, and it never really happened.
I see, yeah.
And then just kind of stopped for a bit, and then COVID happened, and all that kind of stuff. And then it would have been 22. I'd not been to a comedy club for years, and I fell in love with Josh Pugh during lockdown.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Like his videos were just class.
Yeah.
Is he on the wall? I've seen his face.
I don't
somewhere.
think we've got a poster of him.
Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
I can't see him.
Just usually when someone gets a reference, I'm like, oh, there they are there.
Yeah. So my wife, shout out.
My wife.
She bought me tickets to go and watch Josh Pugh at the stand in February 2022. And Stu McPherson was opening for him, who me and Stu kind of started at the same time.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I was like, the electricity of the room hit me. I was like,
I missed this.
Yeah, I missed this loads. And like, I just thought I can't not do this again.
Yeah.
So I started again, but I had to start completely from scratch.
Yeah.
Like I emailed.
Did you start with new material as well? Or
Yeah,
did you...
it's all gone.
Wow.
Started because I'm a different person.
Yeah.
Sure.
Different experiences. And I emailed Paul, it would have been. And they were like, we don't know who you are. Like, really sorry. So you'll have to apply when the door opens again. So I applied and then I didn't get in. So I got a knockback and then I applied again and then got on and just started from
Back
the
in the
bottom.
saddle.
Yeah. But I think that was a nice thing to do actually, to sort of...
Yeah, because you could have
Go through
ended up doing, like, trying to just do what you were doing before and it wouldn't have been true. You wouldn't be true to yourself type of thing.
Well, I think one of the reasons why I stopped is because I didn't change up my material. I was bored of myself, but I probably a bit too young, really.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more mature person now. And
Yeah.
you've got more experiences and
More stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
This might be a wrong observation, and that's fair enough. You can all tell me, Fraser, you're an idiot. That's not true. But I often think about like performance art, and that's like music and acting and all those kind of different things that people do as performing artists. And I sort of think, if you haven't made it in music by the time you're 25, sorry, brother, it's over. And it's, well, but think about it in terms of like popular music and be able to become like that like level in music. If you want to be a band or a singer, if you haven't really done it by that point, it does feel like there's a really strict barrier, and that's cultural. And I don't necessarily think it's a good thing, but it does seem to be the case. It's very rare that someone's going to break through at the age of 40. It doesn't really happen. I'd say the last time I can think anything like that might be Idols kind of broke through, and they were in their like mid 30s. It doesn't really happen very often. And then with acting, maybe slightly different. I guess you got like Alan Rickman. He could have made it when he's older. But comedy's the sort of thing that I think you could quite comfortably, you could hit your stride at any time, and it doesn't really matter because it's about talking about well, it depends what kind of comedian you are, but your age is kind of either intrinsic to what you're doing, so actually it's a valid part of what you're doing, or does not matter at all because funny's funny. Doesn't matter who old you are.
And if you're able to make, because a crowd is made up of so many different types of people, like as long as you can do something that at least sort of like 80% of them can follow or can relate to or can whatever. Then
and I think in that sense, it's what's actually quite a beautiful thing about it as an art form is that there isn't really a barrier. The barrier is, oh, you're funny, and that's kind of all you need to do in a lot of ways.
I would say though, I guess like it's the age has still, like people have got famous within the age of music. Like I'm going to talk about Sabrina Carpenter and Chappell Roan because they have been musicians for years.
Sure.
And like Chappell Roan had been going for like 6 to 8 years.
How old is she though?
She is still young.
Yeah.
I think we're very similar age. She might be like 26 or 27. I don't know.
Okay.
But it's not necessarily, I don't know, it felt like she had just been like plucked from
it takes a long night to be an overnight sensation.
Actually, but she had been going for so long, and some of her biggest songs were like from albums way before. But I was a Chappell Roan fan before she
before it was popular.
But it's true that like, but it's not really anything to do with. It's to do with like
it's to
society,
do with the industry stuff. Because I mean,
because
weirdly,
you could probably do quite well as like being older if you're only just starting, but you're not going to be like in the top 40.
No, although weirdly to
be,
totally like go against exactly what I've just said, and I realized she was already established. I get that. I just happened to I saw Lily Allen the other day. Just happened to she was and well no like it was through my husband and stuff. I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I'm doing this for him. He got nominated for an Olivier today.
Yeah!
Nice.
Congratulations.
Robbie, my husband, was nominated for best lighting design for an Olivier. Very proud of him.
And he's gonna win it.
Yeah,
don't do that.
He's gonna win. And even if he doesn't win, he's won in our hearts.
Anyway,
he's the people's Olivier.
So he's far more impressive than I am as a person, and I bask in his glory at all times. But he, as a result of he knows the person that's like the creative director of Lily's tour, and so they were opening in Glasgow, and she was like, "Hey, do you guys want to come see it?" And I was like, "Sure."
Was this the
West End Girl?
Yeah, start to finish.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I went and saw it with
my
Robert.
brother-in-law went to that. Yeah,
it was fantastic, I have to say. And I say that as someone who's not particularly a Lily Allen fan. She was great. I'm a fan now. But I hadn't heard the album. I listened to it in the office the afternoon before I went. I was like, I better hear some of this. I had a point. I've lost it. Right, yes. I looked into it. Now. And she's like 40 now.
Yeah, but she'd started when she was younger.
I know, but I think what was interesting is that I was reading up about it because I was curious to know like how did she get to where this is. And basically everyone, like her last 2 albums didn't really do anything. She kind of had been like, you had your moment back when you were in your 20s, you've done it, then you stopped, you've had a family and you've moved on and people don't really care. But now if you're going to do a show, they just want to hear play the hits. Like, LCD Sound Systems last year was like, shut up and play the hits, which is really what I think a lot of people want from these acts. And yet she was able to bring out this new album. But the thing is, that's unusual, and it's been a part of the interesting thing about the success of that album is the fact that she's done this despite being 40.
But isn't it because of the drama?
Yeah, there's more to it, of course. Yeah, obviously, like the whole thing with allegedly.
It's
and just interesting. But I think what I think is nice about comedy is you can take that break and you can come back and you might be a new person, but that's not an obstacle.
Yeah. I think as well.
Congratulations.
But this is gonna sound like a backhanded thing, and I don't mean it.
To me.
In music, it is more about that. It has to. Yeah,
for sure.
You don't have to be fuckable to be funny.
Yeah, and actually sometimes it
works against you.
Yeah.
The point I was going to make a similar point.
Yeah.
I think in comedy you benefit from being a little bit older sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I see
People
lots,
trust you
I
or
see
something.
lots of acts that are in their early 20s and they've not really had much life experience. They're all saying the same kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they haven't developed properly as a person
Yeah.
yet to be
Yeah.
relatable and find what is funny for them.
Yeah.
And I vividly remember. I say vividly remember. I can't remember the anecdote, but I've heard somewhere that it's only when you get to kind of 30 that's where you tend to start really kind of being comfortable and starting to be really funny.
Yeah.
And I felt conscious of that. I think previously I was like, what have I done in my life? Like,
what am I talking
It's
about?
also
Like,
to do
yeah.
with like brain development. It's not like you don't actually stop developing until like 28 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
Like, you're
changes all the time, but yes.
you're not cooked until you're a bit older
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
I think that's true. I definitely think that's true.
And actually, yeah, I'm like looking around the room, all the people that are like, that I would say are like really hitting it are people who are like closer to 30. Not that there's people that are younger that like
As in
aren't good.
Closer to 30 than they are
but
to
there's-
20.
Yeah. The people that have been around for ages, they sort of get to a point where you're like, oh, now they're good.
Yeah.
And it does seem to be.
I don't think you can fast track
No.
this game really. I mean, there are people that do in terms of become popular
Yeah.
on social media.
Yeah.
and then they can sell
But
out
sometimes,
rooms. but
sometimes there's like with people who like you do really well and get really big really fast.
Yeah.
So like obviously there's people that do that and they are just successful, but there's a lot of people who you can just tell that there's something that they've not quite perfected because they haven't had enough time. But they're so big that maybe it doesn't matter.
Well, this is the thing. I've been on lineups where that is true.
Yeah.
They're the person that's closed the night, very popular, got a big following, but they've not had the same hard yards that maybe someone else has had, and that there's just undeniably
stripes.
talented.
Yeah.
But there's just something
They're
a little
not
bit
like
missing.
quite.
Yeah. But then see with things like Matt Rife.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that guy. Twat Rife.
Ayo.
I hate
We're not
him.
shouting them out. No?
Enemy of the pod.
Yeah.
Imagine we get him on.
actually,
Oh, we love you,
God.
man.
I'm going to be ill that day. I don't want to ever see him ever.
No, neither do I.
Is he coming here?
No.
No.
Oh.
No.
Don't be so excited. He's an enemy.
No. No, I disagree with a lot of his stuff. But he came when he started getting popular. He was getting popular to be like, "Oh my god, he's so hot,"
And he would
was
talk
like
about him being hot.
flirting with the crowd and
Is
all
it
of this
irrelevant?
stuff. With,
Yeah.
Did anyone hear that squeak?
Oh, so it was my foot. Sorry. yeah. Sorry.
I thought that came out of your mouth.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that a lot.
Chris loves Matt Rife.
There was. I think you can
getting
be
uncomfortable.
you can be attractive and funny, but I think with him in particular, he was like really riding the like viral fame, and the fact that he like had a jaw was
That for me, I'm a bit of a traditionalist.
Yeah.
I did do that, didn't I?
You're a bit of a lizard as well.
Yeah. Traditionalist when it comes to comedy. I just,
Only like the Uggos.
yeah. Well, not necessarily that, but,
I also
they
think
just have to be. Yeah.
Also, obviously beauty is subjective, and I think that someone who is objectively attractive can become very unattractive very quickly once you get to know them. And on the flippity flop, you can definitely think, ugh, and then suddenly,
You're like, oh, they're funny.
if someone makes you laugh or gets in your brain in a certain way, you can be like,
Yeah.
oh, actually, I see that.
Yeah.
I was going to tell an actor, I'm not going to tell.
There's definitely
No, I'm
there's
not gonna do it.
definitely someone that we have all met
Was there?
that you wouldn't necessarily think that they were attractive, and I was like, I would drop everything for no.
What?
I am going to come out and say this
yeah.
right now on the pod, even though he's going to be honest. Somebody would be. I had never appreciated. See, Farmer Jim. Holy crap, he's a hot
Is that
man.
who you were meaning?
No.
Because obviously we have all these pictures on our wall in the club, which is great, and we're adding more all the time for our wall of acts that have performed in the clubs. And I was looking at who we didn't have yet, and I was like, oh, we don't have this. And I went through a few pictures of Jim, and I was like, oh my good lord, I did not realize Jim was so attractive.
Yeah, he's very good looking.
Very
guy.
good looking.
I've not met him, but I imagine his forearms are
Oh,
spectacular.
he's
yeah,
a working farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
I forgot
Who are you
that
talking
people
about?
would be. I'll tell you as soon as we.
Have I met them? Do you know?
I think you may have.
I
but
know you
we
fancy Mark
definitely.
Thomas.
No, I don't fancy Mark Thomas.
He made you a sandwich.
No, he bought me a sandwich.
Okay, fine.
No, he's more like my dad.
Okay, that's fine. I don't want to make it weird. I won't make that weird.
What color blind are you? Like,
Red green. So
so does she look
Classic.
green?
No, it doesn't mean that.
Is Christmas your nightmare?
Well, it is, but for a reason you might not expect.
Did Santa touch you?
Emotionally, yes. No, my son was born on Christmas Day.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it was a bloody war zone. But So yeah, I was at the
A bloody war zone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
There was just green blood everywhere.
So it was mental. Obviously, a child being born, and
On
Like Jesus. Is he
Christmas
called
Day.
Jesus?
no, he's not called Jesus. No, it's called Freddie.
That's a cute
Freddie
name.
Rutter.
Yeah, that's him.
That is very
That's him.
Rutter.
And I've never thought of that, but yeah.
Yeah.
And as he was born, not as he was born, but when he was born, the midwives had knitted a Santa hat for all the babies born that day.
That's cute.
So he had the little hat on, and then they wheeled in a Christmas dinner for me to eat.
No way.
Yeah. And
Just you.
Did your wife get anything?
she got tea and toast. I don't know why. Like, she done it.
Yeah. Can you not really? Maybe you can't really eat that much. Straight away.
I guess you're probably tired. I
Yeah.
imagine it looked pretty tiring.
Hospital toast. Oh,
One
always
time
hits so good.
I asked because I was about to ask a similar question. One time I asked my friend Arthur, shout out, if he was
After Christmas.
Arthur Christmas, yeah. If he was natural birth, cesarean, or adopted.
Hang on.
Because-
So like snug married.
because
I know you're about to get there, but adopted people were born.
no, I know, but then it was literally momentarily. I was like, I had said it as if I had forgot that.
You wanted a rule of three, so you got the
Yeah.
two.
Well,
You're
no,
like,
I was like, I thought that there was just a tiny little flash in my brain to be like, oh, and include adopted, and then I was like, no.
So you were
'cause they
trying
had
to be
have been-
inclusive and instead
Yeah,
got
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
You've been
But
so
it
What
made-
was the answer?
But it,
He was out the butt.
hmm?
He said he came out the butt.
Yeah, but
That's the secret third option you don't know about.
But
I think that can happen.
What instead of
honestly, I think it can. It's meant. Sorry, Mum.
oh yeah, when two become one. Do you mean?
I need some
Spice
love
Girls.
like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never need love before. I'm going
Wanna
to shit
make
out this
the-
bloody big baby.
Structurally sound.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was going to do when I was
Yeah.
there, but I got there.
It was good talent. That's a man that's got talent
Thanks.
right there. Yeah.
But what happened was, instead of me like just it being a normal question, it made it look like I wanted to find out if he was adopted or not, and tried to shoehorn it into just a random
Can I be out
question.
there? Fair enough.
Yeah.
That is what I would
Was
have
there
said.
strong rumours of the adoption or
No,
anything?
and also I don't necessarily like care. It's not really.
Bit rude, isn't it?
Were you
But it's
adopted?
not-
Yeah. Does
Or
that
were
mean
you-
does that mean you're not
were
going to
you
go see
adopted?
Dean Burns' show? I don't care. No, no.
Dean Burns. Oh yeah,
Dean T.
they
Byrne,
were
famously adopted.
Yeah,
Talks about it a
famously.
lot. Has that whole routine about Matilda.
Yeah.
No, it was more like it doesn't really matter whether they were or weren't in the way. Like
It
it's
might
not
give
like
you
I
some
need to.
insight into their personality.
Well, yes, I feel like I'm really digging myself a hole.
That's okay.
okay.
People
Stuart
for that.
Lee was adopted.
Okay.
So,
Are we naming people we know that were adopted now?
Were you natural birth, cesarean, or adopted?
I don't remember, but
Oh.
Were we not there?
I was there, but I hadn't.
You're busy.
Well,
There's a lot going on. At the
yeah,
time.
there was a lot happening. I believe
It was a full turkey dinner to you at the time.
I believe watching the footage back, it was natural. Yeah.
VAR.
Yeah.
VAG.
Yeah.
You?
Yes, it was.
I was happy with that. Sorry.
It was a vaginal birth. Yes.
As far as I'm aware, I'm only a silver gay man because I was a natural birth.
Oh, if
He's
you're a
been
gold
through a
star.
vagina once.
So basically, there's a thing. It's horrendous, and I don't appreciate. I don't approve of this, but the thing that in the toxic gay community you can be referred to as a, I think it's a golden star,
Gold
gold
star
star
gay.
gay, and
Yeah.
that means that you have never ever touched a vagina, and you were also cesarean.
Is this a bit like, you know, when you get bad feedback on eBay and you can never be?
Yeah.
100%,
You can
just
never gain it back.
99.9%.
Yeah,
Is it,
exactly.
or like 5-star Ruby rating or something.
Yeah.
Probably
So
exactly
to be a
that.
5-star gold gay, you have to basically have never ever touched a vagina.
Yeah, so you're only
Okay.
you're only silver
I'm
medal
silver medal at least.
at least. And yourself?
Natural, I think.
Nice. Guess what I was?
Cesarean.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got cesarean vibes.
Someone once said that I had.
Don't know what that
I
means.
once told someone that I was born premature, and they said, "Yeah, that makes so much sense."
I was born premature.
Yeah, yeah,
That makes
How
sense.
much premature?
like
was-
3 to 4 weeks.
That's
Whoa.
I'm
Yeah,
similar.
yeah.
You're at full term
Yeah,
after
okay.
37 weeks.
Oh, okay.
I was
Yeah.
meant
But
to be September.
I was maybe 30 centimeters long, very small baby.
Oh, is that small?
I don't know.
That's a ruler.
Yeah,
I don't know how big a baby's meant to be.
think of like a
Well, you know how big a
think
ruler
of
is.
like a very small window. It's
12
like about that big.
12
Yeah.
inches.
Yeah.
I think a ruler's about.
That's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. My mum.
What are we talking about?
The energy
don't know.
really dipped there.
Yeah.
For like,
I don't know.
Why are we talking about? You had a baby.
Yeah.
I've got two.
That's nice. You got two
Christmas
babies.
Day, red, green,
Babies.
colorblind. How does that
That was
affect
it.
you?
We're getting
Yeah.
there.
So,
Do you ever talk about your family on stage?
Oh my god,
That's a good question.
Oh my god,
briefly, yeah, briefly.
Red,
Sorry.
Your
green, sorry.
dad.
There's a police
medium
officer.
pizza.
Yes. I do worry about him seeing that joke, actually.
Okay, well,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not saying the end of it.
Yeah, but it's a funny joke, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'm pleased that happened, so that I've got the benefit of the joke.
We're going to work our way back down those
Yeah.
questions. So, do you want to go colorblind first or family on stage?
Colorblind, let's do that first.
On you go.
What was the question?
how does it affect you? It's kind of shit.
Basically, I get a little bit confused between red and green. So this all came about when I had an argument when I was 10 because I thought Sunny D was green.
Like the color of the drink.
Yeah.
Oh,
but it's
wow.
No, it's not green.
Really
It's
not.
yellow.
Is that not quite unappealing then?
Well, I didn't know because my perception of what. So the
Yeah,
thing
because that's
is-
always what the color's been
Yeah,
doing.
yeah, yeah. So I did a colourblind assessment when I was at school, and I was told you can't be an electrician, you can't be a pilot.
Ah.
Have you ever done one of the tests?
Yeah, with the
yeah, with
circles,
the
you have to see the
numbers
numbers.
and
Yeah,
the-
I've done
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Never
It's a
done
very minor.
So
issue.
wait, does it affect like yellowy things as well? Like
Uh,
orange and
It's like a spectrum, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not been a big problem for me.
So
you didn't
wait,
want to
do
be an
you
electrician.
do you confuse the colors or do they just look the same?
So from a distance, that it just looks like a brown mess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it could be there could be like red next to green, but they would sort of look
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah, that can happen, but like red and green, my eyes can't. There's like a blurry outline between them.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Like watching football, like obviously like a green. Yeah, so
So if like Liverpool v Celtic would be tricky.
well, just Liverpool in general because of the green pitch.
Oh, sure, okay.
Right.
So it can.
They
look a
should
bit weird.
make things different colors.
What colour did
Wait, the
Grimsby
traffic
play
are
in?
traffic lights an issue?
No, because
'Cause you know what order they're in.
okay, the big one at the top, then the middle one, and the bottom one.
But they
Yeah.
should.
But they're so fluorescent that
Yeah,
it's,
okay,
okay.
it's more kind of like natural.
What colour
tones.
did Grimsby play in?
Black and white,
That's handy.
Easy.
That is
That's very handy.
Yeah. Colourblind friendly.
Just to let you know, it's 2:45 and I have a
Oh
haircut
yeah. Okay, we should
in
start.
about 25
Let's
minutes.
wrap this
Good.
up then.
Good.
Let's wrap this up. So what? Were
Wait,
you,
family on stage. Are we going to?
well, yeah, very quickly. Do you ever? Because I know some people are unsure about how much of that they're willing to do. But do you ever bring them into your? Because I know you talk about some of your family.
Very
but-
briefly, I think talking about having just the experience of being a parent
Yeah.
and stuff like that, I think that's very relatable.
Yeah.
And I take it down different paths and stuff,
Sure.
but I'm not too anecdotal
Yeah,
on
yeah.
individuals.
Does your wife enjoy your comedy?
She did do.
Until?
It's kind of like it's a novelty at first, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like but she'll come to the big games.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
But I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't. I've tried this on stage once, but it's 100% true. My biggest regret is. This is an answer to your question, Fraser, about talking about family.
Oh.
My biggest regret is the way I proposed
Oh.
to my wife. I accidentally proposed on the site where Raoul Moat shot himself. Like,
Wow.
I didn't know. Like, I didn't purposefully do that.
Wow. If you had known, would you have changed?
I would like to have taken that moment back, but I can't.
That's
but I can't.
amazing.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that's so. Oh my God.
I think also that means that like I think you could comfortably say you're like one of very few people that's happened.
Well,
to.
this is the thing. Like 99.9% of the time, when you're next to a canal, it is quite a romantic place.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
on that occasion,
Yeah.
it
There's
really
only a
wasn't.
few places I can think of.
Where Ramo shot himself, yeah.
Yeah, or
Was it-
like there's a
One,
canal in.
famously.
Oh no, that's a river. Whoops, I was thinking
okay.
the
Water-based.
Danube.
That
Yeah.
you need to figure out how to do that on stage.
You should
Yeah.
repose.
I could do that. What, to someone else?
Yeah,
To Rambo? No,
No.
to Gaza. She was
Propose to your
involved.
wife again.
Well, I've
Yeah, but
tried
that's what I mean.
I've tried to make this funny in my head, like, oh, you know, like Gaz was there begging her not to go through with it.
this is good. This is good.
But my fear of it
You burnt it
is,
now.
my fear is that people don't know who he is.
They do.
Possibly,
You could basically.
If you're over like 25,
people know who he is.
If you have that
Yeah.
worry, you could definitely just start. You could become a multimedia comedian, and you could show clips of it.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. But I think the funny thing about it is she knew.
At the time.
She's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, so from her perspective, like, I'm just all of a sudden really nervous.
Oh God, what's he going to do?
And I'm like reaching into my pocket. And so I haven't worked out how to make it funny yet.
I think you could say you could start off with the
Tell the
reveal
story.
that you,
The reveal was unreal.
The reveal that you did it, and then does anyone know who that is? And
That's
then you
probably
could
the way
say-
to do
and
it.
then,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because everyone's
Gauge
on
the room.
board.
Yeah.
Because I think it is funny to be like, oh, you know, I accidentally, because you're probably not going to expect what I'm about to
Yeah.
say. And okay. This has turned into a workshop, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. Not that I do it often, and also not that my opinion really matters. But sometimes it's
beat
like
yourself
there's
down.
certain things where it's good seeing your set or someone's set. And the way that they change things up. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're
Oh, I'm
watching
constantly
it from
tweaking.
yeah,
Yeah.
but watching
You can be like,
it,
that worked
watching
better
it
than-
from a different like a third party, I guess,
Yeah.
being like the way that you started the joke will work perfectly with the way that you finished the joke this time,
Yeah.
and like try that. And it's nice when people,
Well, that's the beauty of the
People
craft for
do that.
me.
Yeah.
It's,
Figuring out the way it works best.
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a slow process, but it's
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah.
I think we've tied everything up.
yeah.
Would you like to do the end of the podcast?
What's that then?
So when we end the pod every time, Molly will ask an icebreaker question.
Oh, yes.
It's
I did know
Because
this.
because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy
It's
and we do it
kooky.
at the end.
It's kooky.
When we've already
Yeah.
broke the
Oh,
ice.
Bloody hell.
We're refreezing the ice. It's
Let's
gonna be a
freeze-
shit
let's
question.
freeze the ice first.
If sorry,
I was gonna do a call back to Titanic and ice and stuff, but
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it's done now.
sorry.
If we'd stop interrupting people, it'd be much funnier.
Then we would.
Yeah, but we would.
would
That's really what this is for.
if you could, is there a skill that you wish that you were good at? That if you had to like retrain, that you want to be like, if you weren't a comedian, what would be something that you would be like, I wish I was really
That you're
good
shit
at
at now.
Yeah, yeah.
Pharmacist.
Oh,
Wow.
was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Did you have dreams of being a pharmacist before?
I don't think anyone dreams about it, but I just happen to know that they make a lot of money.
Oh,
fair
good
enough.
one, good one, good one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I would have quite liked to have been a joiner, honestly.
Yes.
Oh, that would be so
Because
satisfying to be
I
good.
like
Working
yeah.
with wood.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do enjoy
Yeah.
working with wood, but
Very good.
I'd like during lockdown when I moved back into my mother's house, which was a low point, but it was I just loved it. I loved my mum and it was nice, and she let
I've met your mum. She's lovely.
and me and my husband
me
lived with her
too.
for a little while during lockdown, and I got bored out of my fucking mind because I didn't have a job because all the theatres shut. I did a
Yeah.
bit more than
Yeah,
Rob.
yeah.
I was able to do some I did sound for a computer game. That was quite fun.
Yeah.
But I needed to do something, and so I started getting into woodworking, and I started buying old reclaimed wood, and I started building things. I built if you go to my mum's house, our house is just full of stuff that I built during lockdown, like TV units and stuff. And I really loved it, and I was like, I could have happily done this as a job. And that wasn't like a bodged together little workshop that I had in my mum's house. Whereas I think I could have really have enjoyed that. I like
Yeah.
working with my hands. I like being quite practical.
Working with flour.
Working in a flower.
Yeah, so I think and I think also good joiners can make a good bit of money doing that as well. So I think that's something I would have enjoyed.
It's a good skill to have, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the world's going to end and someone's going to need to rebuild it.
So true.
I could build you a TV unit.
You need to learn how to
Yeah.
make fire. I know how to make fire. It's okay. You can stick with me.
What would you do?
Dancing.
Nice. What
I
kind?
cannot. I have the complete inability to see if somebody's in front of me moving their body in a way. I have no way. I
You can't mirror.
cannot do it.
You
I
can't
don't know when
dance.
someone's doing someone's moving in any way in front of me. I don't know how to copy it.
So a nightmare scenario for you would be a situation where you have snuck
Zumba.
into somebody's dressing room and the mirror has been removed and you have to hide from them. What you do is
Yes.
you're dressed exactly as them and then you
Yes.
have to be them in the mirror.
Yeah.
You would not be
I
good at
couldn't
that.
do
You
it.
would get
I
caught
couldn't
at
do it.
that.
I'm really, really good at
Nightmare situation.
at
That would be.
I can make the sounds that other people make. Like I'm good at impressions and singing things in a
Yeah.
way that other people do. So I can do that, but physically I can't. I've got no relationship to my body. I don't think. So I just don't know how to do things.
Yeah.
You guys should go on a romantic
the picture
weekend.
of me in the
Reconnect.
front bar with the old cowboy's hand, painting of the hand, and I'm going like that, the same as the cowboy's hand.
Yes, you're really thinking
When
about it.
Daryl was like, do the same thing as the cowboy, and I was like, and he was like, just put your hand the same as that, and I was like, I couldn't do it for honestly 5 minutes.
Wow.
So the picture is me being like, what?
Is that
I'm
like
really
dyspraxia
looking-
or something? Or
autism, perhaps.
I'd love to be able to sing. I would like to. I just cannot do that.
I think
I don't know how people do
I
it.
think
is it
everyone
that,
can.
here's a question. I know you need to go for your haircut, but are
I haven't
you?
answered the question either.
Oh, can I ask Chris this?
Yeah,
quickly?
go for it.
Are
He's the
you
guest.
are you completely tone deaf? As in, like, if I'm like, sing this note, or you're like, nah, 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 like, can't even sing the note.
Honestly.
So that's where you're
Really?
at. In which case,
Can you
there's no hope, I'm
sing
afraid.
with me?
But if you can sing the tune and can match it, then you can learn. Then you can
Tears
learn.
in
I'm
my
actually devastated.
As a general rule,
No.
if you can,
really
if you can match a tone, you can be
Yeah.
taught to sing.
Yes.
If you're tone deaf, it's over. I'm
Can
sorry.
you teach me?
If you don't know when you're out of tune, then you'll be.
This note?
Can you sing this note?
Can you sing this
We'll all do it together.
Can you sing this note?
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You've got 4 yeses. I meant no's. You've got 4 no's.
4 yeses.
As 4 yeses to the question, are you going home?
Yes, you didn't get it.
Okay, Molly, what's yours?
I would be in a folk band. Why are you laughing?
You could be in a folk
You
band.
could be. That's a skill that you
You
do
can still do
have.
that.
I don't have any skill of dancing. You could be in a folk band easy. You could
Because
sing real
you're
good.
musical and you're tuneful.
Thank you.
There's hope for you.
I want to be a fiddle player.
I wanna be a fiddle player.
No, but I want
beautiful.
to be like,
Thanks.
if I could choose a job at being a successful musician.
Well,
would
we'll
be
just
what
do
I
that then.
Everybody
It's
wants
hard.
that.
I'm over
Me and you.
25.
Me and you.
They
Yeah,
don't
in
want
fairness,
it
it is
anymore.
over.
You do the fiddle, I'll do the guitar. It'll be fine. Let's do it. Yeah.
Can I be in your folk band?
No.
Drums?
Squeeze box.
Drums.
Yeah, let's do it.
I could be their folk singer.
No.
We could do a nice little harmony.
Oh yeah, we all three are singers.
We could be like, who's I can't think of 3. Simon and Garfunkel, but they need a third
Yeah.
one.
I'll be and.
Nice.
Okay, that's the end of the podcast.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
We need
Thank
to
you.
Shout
plug-
out. Do you need to do any
What
like
do you need to plug, baby?
plugs?
Just please come to the Fringe show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. There'll
which
be
will-
lots of that on our social media and on our website and stuff,
If
obviously.
it's not sold out every day, then we're blaming everybody who
specifically
watches
you.
or listens to
Yeah.
this.
You
And
specifically.
make sure you follow
Better
him
come.
on Instagram @_Chris Rutter_.
How do you know that?
Because we talk most days.
It's normally me apologising for being late, which I was late today. Sorry.
No,
No, it
we,
was actually good that you were late today.
we also write on the
Oh, that's
chalkboard
why.
who,
Yeah,
who's
yeah,
on,
yeah.
and so I actually do have a quite encyclopedic memory of people's handles, and it's usually like first name, last name, comedian, first name,
Yeah.
last name, comedy.
Do you know who's
Yeah.
the wildest one? Is Daniel Downey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mount Bank Comedy. No, Mount Bank Whiskey Tours.
It's @Mountbank Scotland, actually.
Well, his email address is Mount Bank Whiskey Tours.
Yeah.
If you ever want to email him.
Oh, right, okay. He's getting
Yeah.
more of a shout than, than
So
me.
yeah, check out Daniel
Yeah.
Downey next time you're get a chance.
Yeah.
No.
you want to be in the know and following this guy,
How would
and
you
you want to watch.
Oh,
Sorry.
You want to not miss the debut hour of comedy because this
Correct.
guy's going to be big.
yeah. How would you describe it?
I was going to say, how would you describe the comedy?
Your comedy.
My comedy, yeah.
Oh,
Funny.
3 words. That helps.
Is deadpan the right word?
It's a word, yeah.
Deadpan, but yeah, deadpan. Clever.
Yeah.
I would say it's
Yeah.
very clever comedy.
Yeah.
What's the one?
I don't know if I get.
Misogynistic.
Yeah.
Offensive.
I think I can maybe make it into 3 words. Slightly darker than expected.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like you don't know, and when the punchline happens, you don't expect to be hit by how
Yes.
dark you do go, which
I
is
also
literally
think-
just what you said.
I also think some people come out and they have their energy is like it tells the audience when to laugh because they're like
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
don't have to
Yeah.
rely on the
Better
energy
get off
because
the
the
bus.
actual punchlines are
Yeah.
what you're
I
relying on.
also-
The punchlines are good.
Yeah,
Thank you,
You're also
yeah.
unexpectedly quite silly as well.
Yes,
because
yes, true.
I'd say you're a lower energy, like speaker performer.
Monotone.
But then, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, boring. But like you're lower
agree.
energy. But then there's stuff. There's like certain things you say more observational and
Yeah.
stuff that you just it just doesn't always. You're not expecting it from that tone, which makes it funnier.
Yeah, I'm just chucking it out there and hoping it registers. I'm not trying to force
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
if you
yeah,
want to
yeah,
film it,
yeah.
there it is.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
way he walks out on stage, I like.
Yeah, what is that? Yeah.
I don't know. There was just. I think sometimes you came out and you were like, "Woo."
Did you say like it's so earnest or something? The way
I think that endeared to
Endearing,
it.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I know the
Endearing,
podcast is over, but I had a very quick question. Did you do that guy's wedding?
Oh, no.
Good. Cool.
No.
Thanks for coming.
No.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.